to us by through a partnership between Young Africa Works, funded by Mastercard Foundation, and implemented by Colleges and Institutes Canada, SAICA.
Very good.
Yeah, so before us, Colleges and Institutes Canada. Yeah, so we have several equipment here. The first one here is it's called an instrument calibrator. Yes. It is used to ensure that the sensors that are used in process control and mechatronics are working in order.
Okay.
Yeah. And here we have a process control system. Yes. Where you used to control, the system is used to control the level of a liquid, not necessarily water. So the program here is designed in such a way that it can control the level of the liquid. It can be used in the petroleum industry, milk processing. Here we have a basic PLC programming system where you write a program to control simple things like a motor, and you can also visualize.
Very good. Explain to
me
what that implies. Yes.
It's used to run industrial processes automatically. So it has that are used to run. So when you are using programs, you are able to run industrial processes using this PLC. Okay. So it is automated. Okay. So it is used in...
So what course is this? What course do you do to be able to...
So I do industrial automation and robotics. Automation, yes.
Robotics?
Yeah.
That's the course you're doing?
Yes. So we are taught how to run industrial processes automatically using computer programs.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So like, for example, in what space? Like,
for example, let me use Tesla. When they are manufacturing their electric cars, they majorly use robots because human labor can be sometimes very tiresome. So they majorly, yeah. So for accuracy and giving out quality products, yes.
So that's why you use industrial automation.
Yes.
That's the space you want to operate.
That is the space I want to operate.
So here we have a mechatronics system, which is an assembly line. So it starts from loading the workpiece there, passes through gauging processes. It is oriented.
One system, or it is...
Yeah, it's a single system, yes.
This whole...
Yes.
It's a model of the...
It's a model of an industry.
It's a model of a
yeah.
Until the end?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
You want to explain to me something? Yes. Okay. Just yes.
Okay. Your Excellency the President.
William, and yours?
I'm Kevin Mwangi.
Kevin.
Yes.
Kevin.
Okay, welcome in Kabete National Polytechnic today. I would like to take you through the mechatronic learning system.
So this is called?
Mechatronic learning system.
Yes.
Yes.
Mechatronic?
Mechatronic learning system.
Learn system.
Yeah, learning.
Learning.
Yes, system. Yes. Okay. It's an entire assembly line in an industrial setup. Correct. Maybe in a Coca-Cola or any system. Yes. So this is where we feed our object. Yes. If we feed when the object is fed here, it has some sensors. The sensor sense whether there is an object and they actuate. This is a linear pneumatic actuator. It will pick the object and place it on the rack. Here there are also some sensors which detect there is an object and actuate the sensor here. Okay. This a rack. It will move and it will move.
This way.
Yeah, it will move this way and deliver it here. If the
Then it's picked by this.
It is picked by this a rotary robotic system and place it there on the. These are a conveyor belt. Yes. Under this section, we have some sensors that detect whether the object is a plastic or a metallic. If it's a metallic part, it will pass through this. If it's a plastic part object, it will pass through the first conveyor belt. Then we have a robotic arm. The robotic arm, first of all, pick the spring from these are a displacement feeding.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's first of all it will place the object on the rack, the spring on the rack. Then it will pick the object from the conveyor and it will be placed here. This where we have spool. These are spools for this where the entire assembling is taking place. If the spool is fed to the object, then the robotic pick the whatever is assembled and they place it on the these are talking part.
So where will the control of all these be? Will be at the
robotic assembly point. Yes.
This is this is the end product.
Yes.
Coming through this.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you add the parts and connect and.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what course are you learning here to be able to? What is the course? What is the name of the course?
Industrial automation and robotics.
Industrial automation
and robotics. Yes.
Okay. What is the application?
Application is
This when you graduate from this, what areas would you possibly
working.
Yes.
Okay, in industrial setup, working with different in automation line.
Yes.
You can program or troubleshoot whether there is a mechanical problem in the industrial setup.
Yes.
You can reprogram, even calibrating the robotics arm. Yes, in an industrial setup.
Okay.
Yes.
So, how long is the course? 3 years.
Yes.
Okay. So you start with.
First year. Now we are in second year.
So when you do first year, you do the theory part. Or
Yes. Now you go to the.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're aware we increased the number of tutors.
Tutors. The
Trainers.
The trainers.
No.
Yes.
The tutors. The trainers.
Yes.
The number of trainers.
Yes.
What additionally do you want me to do
To do.
to make your course better or to get better outcomes?
Outcomes. Okay, maybe after some students maybe lack all of this need programming part.
Need programming.
Programming.
Yes.
So some students don't have the programming devices maybe. Programming devices, yes, like laptops.
Like laptops.
Yes, then we need a lot of time. You can't just program this in overnight.
Yes.
It needs a lot of time for trial and error so that the project can be perfect.
Yes.
So at least the course needs some adjustment of time limit.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you saying you need more time for the course?
Yeah, time. It may be time and
Eh?
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So maybe
Yes.
you need more engagement. At the
Yes. Exposure.
in the real world.
Yes. Yes.
So maybe your suggestion is of the 3 years.
Yes.
Maybe we can take a portion of that 3 years
Yes.
and make it inside
In the industrial setup.
place where you can do the real.
Little experience.
The real experience.
Yes. And maybe
I
even
think that is what is supposed to come here.
That's why we are
Dually.
yes. Even we would like to visit the manufacturers, maybe the Siemens, where they do the
Where
real
they do
thing,
the real,
like in Canada and Germany, so that we can embark the skills. After we get there, we come and teach our students, even from the newly.
So you're saying the learning should be much more hands-on. Much more in the practical
skills.
practical aspects.
Yes,
and,
yes.
In real workspaces.
Yes.
Very good. I
Yes.
think that's the progression we've been making. You know,
Okay, yeah.
when I started to push this TVET story,
Yes.
many people were complaining
Yes.
why I am. People want to have a good degree.
Yes.
Sociology.
Yes.
Write many stories.
Okay.
But many people do not like this.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy that you are saying we should make much more progress.
Yeah. Practicals, exposures.
Yeah.
Exposure to the yes. even those advanced countries. We would like to have to get an exposure with the students from those countries. We hear what they are planning, because this is the next future in the 30 years to come. This is where our country will.
Kevin,
Yes.
so you're saying that so you need to acquire the skill
Yes.
more than the stories.
More than story and violence, we need to do the actual thing. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Let nobody hear you say that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What's
Yes.
your name? Anthony. Okay, Anthony.
Yes.
So you're saying, because, why I really drove this whole thing was that, for a long time we were doing a lot of theory.
Yes.
Even on subjects like this,
Yes.
people used to do exams
Yes.
in writing, writing about how to do things.
Yes.
But I think now we're changing
Yes.
so that instead of an exam being on a piece of paper,
Yes.
the exam becomes here.
Yes.
Where
Yes.
you are doing the real
Prac-
thing.
the
And
real
then you are
thing.
marked. If you get it right,
Yes.
it's not how you said it.
Yes.
It's how you did it.
How you did it, yeah, exactly. Yes, yes, yes.
So, and I think that is where we are heading, and that is the essence of.
Yes.
That is the essence of the examination body.
SIDA.
Not Kenyan National Examination Council. And I hope we have reinstated SIDA.
Yes. SIDA is in place, Your Excellency.
Yeah?
Right now, as we speak.
We are SIDA, yes.
Very good.
And
Yes.
Your Excellency.
So you are not now doing exams from the Kenyan National Examination Council.
Yes.
You are now doing SIDA, where they mark
The
your.
portfolio of evidence.
Yes. Evidence. The evidence, what you are doing. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Your Excellency.
So you guys are proud of what you're doing.
Yeah, we are proud.
Eh?
Very proud. Yes.
That you can actually do stuff.
Yes.
Rather than writing about how to do stuff.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
Yeah?
So, Your Excellency,
Great.
the conversation about SIDA merging again with the NEC must not be allowed at all.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. Good luck.
Yes.
And I'm all in.
Yes.
Yeah, to
Yes.
support you, and I think we are getting another set of equipment for more of our TVET. I think we are equipping another 70 with modern equipment, so that we give you a better chance and a feel on how practical it is to do the stuff that you've come to learn.
Yes.
Any other story you want me? So you say we should do more practical.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Any other thing you want me to attend to?
Scholarship.
Tell me about scholarship.
We would like you to maybe have a scholarship in outside country where we are getting exposed. We are getting exposed to those industries that are manufacturing these things. Instead of importing them, we start now manufacturing ours. When we are manufacturing ours, we can export, teach our students and other peoples here in Kenya. Yeah.
So you're saying we should begin the journey to manufacture what we can.
Yes.
Locally.
Yes. Instead of
Picking
importing
up
these things.
skills from elsewhere and then using it, customizing and
Yeah.
then localize the manufacture
Yes.
of some of the stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, that's good. That's good. Okay, that's my language. The more we had an argument
Yes.
in this finance bill, and I was saying, look, we cannot continue to import products you guys can manufacture here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because by importing those products, we are exporting jobs there
Yes.
to those other countries. Instead of you guys manufacturing,
Yes, and we
others are
export.
manufacturing for us. Yeah?
Yeah.
So we are exporting our jobs and we are exporting value.
Yeah.
That's why I said, whether it is leather products, whether it is furniture, whether it's clinker, whether it is cement, or steel, or sanitary pads, or diapers, or whatever, if we have young people like you who can manufacture, who have the skill to manufacture locally, Is there any reason why we should import?
No, there's nothing.
Eh?
Yeah, even we shall create jobs.
Yeah,
We shall create
how
jobs.
else are we going to create jobs, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very happy you guys are thinking about skills, about how to practically do things, and how we can even do, as you say, local manufacturing.
Yeah.
That's very important to me.
Yes.
And I'm very happy that we are aligned. Sawa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Iko on. Iko on.
Hello.
Welcome, sir.
Hello.
Hello, Mzuri.
How are you guys?
Fine.
Tell me.
This is the Tume program and the Odell Center, the program which is next to your heart.
Yes.
You launched it here
At the middle.
at the middle, and it's among the big agendas you have.
Yes.
We came here the year 2022, and we started our intake the year 2023 January. So far, we've done 5 cohorts, and this is the 5th cohort, training a total number of almost 500 trainees, taskers at the same time. An average of around $4,000. When you convert it to Kenyan shillings, almost 520,000. So these are the trainers, our taskers. You can interact with one of them.
Okay. Who wants to have a chat with me?
Welcome is here.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Tell me, my friend. Yes, Samson.
I am.
William.
It's nice having a conversation with you.
Yes.
So my name is Samson Nyamoya.
Yes.
I'm a graduate in business administration.
Yes.
From the Technical University of Mombasa. So I come from the community and around here.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
come from Udhiru. And I've done online writing for the last 1 year. And writing. Yeah.
Okay.
For the last 1 year. And I got an opportunity to join the Jitume training program this year in February, where I was trained on content writing using AI generating tools.
Very good.
And it has made my work really easy, and it has made me earn an approximate of $40 in a week, which I can convert to $150 in a month. So for the 4 months since I received this training, I've been in a position to earn approximately $600. And these finances has been very critical in making me pay my bills here in Nairobi. Others would be in the village. So I really thank you for this program.
Yes.
And I wish this program goes inside to the villages and to many other institutions that they can all get this opportunity to work like me. Yeah, that's what I have. I can elaborate in my computer.
$40 a week is like.
Is approximately 5,000 in a week.
5,000 in a week.
Yeah, and 20,000 in a month.
How many hours do you work in a week?
I find projects from direct clients. They have no limitations, but they have deadline. You can find a project that you need to work in 3 days, a project for 1 week. There are no deadlines on working on it. You only work on the client's deadline. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in my machine, these are AI generating tools.
Yes.
And when I find a project like this, I will pick the projects. And instead of doing it manually, we were introduced to AI generating tools.
Yes.
So it's very easy when I bring my project there, and it helps me work on the project faster than on doing them manually.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Wonderful. So,
Yeah.
you said your name is
Samson.
Samson.
Yeah.
So, Samson, so you come from the community.
Yeah.
So, you use the facility here
Yeah.
because there is internet
And their computers.
and there are computers.
Yeah.
So, those are the two important things for you here.
Those are the two important things. But the most important thing was being trained and getting the skill,
Yes.
which can also enable me work from my house under my own laptop and my own internet.
So, you are trained from this facility?
Yeah.
Under the program that we have.
Yeah.
So how many students did we, how many trainers did we train? I remember at the School of TVET, how many trainers?
600. We have done 450.
You have done 450.
Now next week we are doing 240. Both the two other institutes in the program and then we are planning.
Okay, so that there are more people to train people like Samson.
Yes.
Okay. How long did the training take, Samson?
The initial training took 1 week, and then we went for a 1 month mentorship program. Yeah, with the trainers. Yeah.
So let me ask you, because many people keep asking me about these digital jobs I keep talking about.
Yes.
Are they real?
Digital jobs are real. Digital jobs are real.
Can you give a testimony to other Kenyans that this is not a Jabba, this is not a story? I'm told it's called Jabba.
Sure is history, Jabba. Digital jobs are real. Online working platforms are there, where once you gain the skills, for example, on graphic design, skills on content creation, you can get the online sites and bid for jobs. For example, this is an online site where, so that's a challenge, meaning that it's very competitive when you bid for a job with 30 other people having bidded for a job or more. It could be competitive to find the opportunities, but the moment you gain the skills, I believe, like for my story, as I say, I'm working for a direct client who sends me the tasks from USA, and after doing the tasks, it pays me directly to my M-Pesa. So I believe the moment you receive these online working skills, you can traverse using them in other different ways, and you can make them earn in many other different ways.
Let me ask you, Samson. When you came here for the training,
Yeah.
Did you pay?
I didn't pay anything. It was totally free.
You were trained for free.
Yeah.
By our staff.
Yeah.
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 Let me ask you one more thing.
Yes.
Because it's important for people to know.
Yeah.
What additionally do you think I should do? You know, to make this benefit that you, Samson, have to other young people around the country? What are the three most critical things that you think are necessary?
The three most.
Sure, number one, you have told me, is training.
Yeah.
So that you know how you develop the skills for digital jobs.
Yes.
Okay. And then number two?
Number two is access to internet and the laptops and computers. I believe if the government comes out with the idea of helping youths find laptops in their chips, in the villages, in the localities, and I believe that there are still local places where they don't have access to electricity, and I believe for you to work online, you need the access to electricity. So I believe rural electrification, access to internet and computers, and access to these training programs. And I believe that after we get the trainings, after the youth get this training, it would be very advisable if the government can, just like the government is helping other professionals find opportunities abroad, the government should also advertise and sell the Kenyan youth that they have the skills to work virtually to international companies, and that they can be in a position to find direct clients and direct companies to work for.
Thank you very much, Samson. So let me see again whether I understand what you've told me.
Yes.
Number one, you said training.
Yeah.
And we have already, as you've heard, we have trained 600 trainers.
Yes.
Maybe that is the scope we want to expand. We want to expand to get more trainers so that we can train more young people.
Sure.
Number two is access to internet.
Yes.
And I know there is internet in different spaces. Sometimes you can get it from Safaricom, sometimes you get it, but you need high-speed internet.
Sure.
That is reliable.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So on that, because you've asked me, we already have a program with Kenya Power.
Yes.
So that we deliver high-speed internet using the Kenya Power framework. That program is already ongoing.
Yeah.
And my plan is that we deliver 100,000 kilometers of high-speed internet to every ward in Kenya. Right?
Yes.
And members of parliament here will tell you that we have already agreed with them that, you know, a framework like this should be available in every ward.
Yes.
So that people like you, Samson, and others, 200, 300, 400 of them around a ward can come, have access to high-speed internet, have access to computers, have access to electricity, and a place to work from.
Yes.
You know? So we have changed the law so that CDF now, apart from building classrooms, they will also build an ICT hub where people like you can show
work.
up, can be trained, right? Can have access to gadgets, you know? And then the one other most important thing you have said, which is important to me as well, is negotiating for work with companies.
International.
And also it means a bit of discipline from our side. You know, somebody like you, Samson, who takes up a task and then they don't do it, right?
Yeah.
Then they spoil our name. Sure. You know, there are companies like Remote Task and others that are complaining to us that some people are not doing what they're supposed to do. So a bit of discipline also from our side, yeah, and from people like you, yeah, will help us to be able to negotiate better contracts and maybe better terms for you to work in the digital space. But I want to say I'm very encouraged that you have taken time, yeah, from the locality here, and you didn't say, oh, because I didn't get a job, so let me stay at home or something. You've decided to come and do something.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you. I believe with the ICT hubs, like you have promised, and the issue with making sure that the tasks are done, I believe with the ICT hubs, there will be a management that will have the opportunity to make sure that every tasker does the tasks that he is tasked to do. And Your Excellency, because I've had the opportunity to speak to you today, I'll not shy away from speaking as a youth and confessing that it's true that the levels of unemployment are high, confessing that it's true. Youths have skills, youths have graduated and they are doing mjengo. Youths have graduated and they are back in their homes with their mothers. Their mothers are even tired of them, looking at them and wondering, we did all this and you now can't stand on yourself. So I would give my idea as a youth. I believe that it's high time that the government, under the Ministry of SMEs, rolls out a mass registration of youths, confirming that we, locally and nationally, that we can have a data that we have these youths in Udhiru, we have these youths in Nyandarua, we have these youths in Coast with these and these skills. Bring these youths together and cluster them in groups with different skills that they can share these skills. I believe that as Africa, our biggest potential is agriculture. And what I would just like to advise is that if we can do an international market study on agricultural products that have demand and the demand gaps from now and 10 years to come, we can engage these youths by funding them under the Ministry of SMEs, fund these youths with low interest loans, that they can produce these products and we can use the international market for export. And I believe this will bring, this will grow our economy by bringing cash to the pockets of the youths and bringing currency exchange to our country. Because what I believe the youths really want is just some little money in their pockets. They are talented, and the moment they get this money in their pockets that they can sustain their lives, they will have the opportunity to show their talents, and I believe they have the opportunity to make Kenya and Africa great.
I agree with you.
Thank you. And we also ask for those opportunities in that government. As these youth-led initiatives, take place, I believe youth need to be there, that they can make sure that all these projects work for the interest of the youths. Thank you very much. We really appreciate for these programs.
Thank you very much, Samson. Yeah. I just want to tell you that there is a portal, actually, currently, that you can register as a young person under the National Employment Authority. You can register yourself and you can register your skills. You can say, I am so-and-so, these are my graduation papers, this is... And if you go to that portal, you will also find opportunities which you can match with your skills. And That database is what we are building. I've just put up a new management for the National Employment Authority so that they can do exactly what you're saying. Have a registry of all our young people, have a registry of their skills, and let us look at how do we match them with the skills that are available in the job market, and how do we, both locally and internationally. So exactly what you're saying is in my radar.
Thank you very much. We wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
We have a lady here.
Yes.
She's very good in graphic design.
Okay.
She can tell you what she has done in matters graphic design.
Your Excellency, sir, my name is Anjeroge. Yes, I'm a student, an IT student actually. And I got trained here. I had a budget from me since I'm a student here. I got to hear about what he does right here. And I got trained for actually 1 month personally and got mentorship for 2 weeks. Now, the thing is, I'm actually very, very happy actually, Excellency. Then you personally speaking to you, I just want to say thank you very much. It's a delight talking to you directly. So personally, I work with direct clients. This is my work. Currently working on a direct company called Smiley Decors. This is one of the decors that I'm doing for them. So they are paying me, this is the first job actually, so they are paying me like $30. So I'm happy because it's a delight. Yeah. And
so where is the company? Is it a local company?
yeah, it's a local company actually. Yes. So
they've given you a task?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You work on what is your what are you learning in the institution here?
Graphic design.
Okay, so it is something in your line of training.
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
Something in your line of training.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how many days do you have to submit this?
Within a month.
Within a month.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
It should be
good.
done.
So number one, you've been trained.
Yes.
Number two, you've gone through some mentorship.
Yes, sir.
And then now you're exploring now the opportunities that are there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So as Samson here said, so you are taking advantage of the internet available, of the computers available, and the training that you have.
Yes, sir.
And then you want to see how you can monetize your skills now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Actually, the best thing for me, it's actually the fact that the internet it's here, and I don't have a computer actually. So the fact that computers are here, they are very accessible for me. The internet is there, so I can work very well as I'm also learning even in class. So I have time for myself to work even as a student. And actually, I have something that I'm making up a business actually. So I get at least to employ someone within the money that will be paid. So I have a vision for that, and not just staying here with the skills that I have, even mentoring other people to start other businesses. Yes, sir. I also want to say thank you, because we are headed for a totally technology world. So you are getting us in line with the technology. Yes.
And the digital space, e-commerce,
yes,
e-learning,
yes.
jobs. You know, that's the whole. And you know, you're also aware that we are now moving all government services to the e-space, so that it's going to be a technology, driven world.
Yes, sir. And the good thing about Jitume, it's not just for youth. It's even for older people.
Yes.
The fact that is for even older people, they will have an advantage even in the future to come. So they won't even have, depending only for youth, because we won't have to overtake them because they are afraid of that actually. They are afraid that we may have so much knowledge that there will be the white collar jobs will be no more. Yeah. So we will also help them to learn the skills. Okay. Yes, sir.
Anne,
yes, sir.
I went to one college.
Yes.
I think last year I went to one college, and now the the principal of that college, just a college like this one. So the principal was telling me there are some students in that college working online who are earning more money than the teachers.
Exactly.
And it was beginning to bring problems.
Yes. They are afraid. They are very much afraid. But we are here. We will help you out. Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, guys. Good luck. Affordable housing ama ni gani?
Affordable housing. Affordable housing.
Habari yako? Okay. So you're making the block from?
Okay, we are trying to see your agenda of affordable housing by trying to limit the use of cement. Now that the cement industrial areas pollute the environment, the blue economy can't be reached when the environment is polluted. Now, the bagasse, that is the sugarcane industries, we use the disposed bagasse, burn, and yes, we are from Ramogi. Yes, we burn, get the ash, sieve, and partially do the replacement with cement. Yes, to get our materials. Yes.
Mix it up now with the sand and what have you and
Yes, but yes, exactly.
very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
And construction.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
We have 3 institutions, SIA Technical Training Institutes, Friends College of Research and Innovations, and the Kisumu National Polytechnic. These innovations are feeding into the affordable housing program, and also the role of TVET in providing solutions through applied research and innovations. So this is an expandable house. It's made from panels that are constructed at CI Technical Training. Yeah, it's very portable.
You can carry it to another place.
Yeah, these are just panels. We can
You unlock the panels
and carry it. A one-bedroom house actually can be fully deployed in under 1 hour. So in case with the panels, you just
come and assemble the panels and then you have a house.
yes, within 1 hour.
Wow.
There is a machine from Kaimosi that actually looks at the quality of the building materials, and it's able to filter the sand. Yeah, Friends College. Yeah, it uses solar, so it's sustainable and eases the work. And here there is an innovation from the Kisumu National Polytechnic. They're using plastic bottles, and they recycle that using this machine into eco-friendly seats and also building materials. That all these actually they feed into the affordable housing initiative.
Panels for?
These are ventilations.
Wow. This you made it from? From plastic waste?
Yes.
Oh, it's very strong. Pongezi. Maybe we need to see how to progress that.
Welcome to Lesos Technical Training. Yes. I'm Kiprop Anita, pursuing diploma in medical engineering. So this is my machine. This is a green energy generator. So this machine of mine doesn't use any kind of fuel, neither petrol, solar. So inside my machine, I have the 4 motors, the drivers and the driven. I have 2 controllers. I have the capacitor to store the charges. I step up now my voltage and power to 600 watts. And again, I have the circuit breaker to protect my equipment. So this is how my machine works. So I've ignited my machine. This one shows me that the DC is out and the AC is out. And this one is my homestead now. Yes, I'm only using motors. Yes. No solar, no electricity. Yes.
Welcome to the mechanization and mechanical engineering. And as you can see, the 3 projects are centered on agricultural production. So my colleague here from Nyeri, you can see that it is an organic pelletizer.
Your Excellency,
We are turning the organic manure into pellets form.
Oh, into pellets?
Yeah.
Using this machine?
Yeah, using this machine. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce you to Mashinani Works Ujuzi Manyatani, an innovation in TVET with respect to micro-credentials. I'd like Lepedo and Samuel to tell them their story. Tell us their story.
Salama. So mnaunda nini hapa?
Simu.
Simu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
From
So mimi ni Peter Lepedok from Marsabit. Mimi ni mrani, ni mchungaji wa ng'ombe. Nimeanza hii skill through Ujuzi Manyatani. Sasa mimi ni fundi ya simu.
Fundi ya simu?
Yes.
Uko Manyatani?
Uko Manyatani.
Na hii viatu? Hii kiatu nani ametengeneza?
This one is from Laikipia North Technical.
Yes.
We introduced a course in leather.
Yes.
And this is part of the work that our trainees were doing. Wow. We are also partners with the Ujuzi Manyatani. We actually go out to the Manyatas. School actually goes to the Manyatas.
So we work closely with PS Moria on promoting a partnership between the national government and Ujuzi Manyatani. And the objective, Your Excellency, is to provide skills to young women and men and provide these micro-credentials so that they're able to access employment in the most efficient way. And as you've heard from...
In very rural localities.
Absolutely. So the whole idea is that the TVET goes to the village.
Yes.
It goes to the Manyatani.
Yes.
And that's the innovation.
You take the TVET and the skill
Absolutely.
to Manyatani.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And these Wakato restaurants, now they have stopped.
We have Kisiwa Technical Training Institute, Kachine, and the Eldoret National Polytechnic. And the trainees will take you through the projects.
Thank you, Your Excellency. So I'm Wandera Gaspar from Kisiwa TTI, Bungoma County. So this one is for food security and value addition. Yeah, so it dries vegetable for future use. You can even export those vegetables to abroad markets. You will use them throughout the year.
These are an automatic chicken house, modern chicken house. Yes. This house has got the ability, when free range, managing free range chicken, you can manage your chicken range from anywhere. When it becomes in the morning, it opens. During the darkness, like now, I can inafunguka, sababu detect light. It detects light. So when night comes, unaweka hivi na tena inafunga. Thank you.
institution of the Kabete National Polytechnic as we celebrate 100 years of Kabete National Polytechnic and 100 years of TVET in Kenya. And since I'm standing here on behalf of the Governing Council, if there are any around, maybe we can just stand up wherever we are. And yes, they are right behind you, Your Excellency. That's the team we work with. Your Excellency, let us recall that Kabete National Polytechnic is the oldest TVET institution, having been established in 1924 as a native industrial training depot to support the maintenance of the Kenya-Uganda Railway. It is therefore not a surprise that Kabete National Polytechnic was picked to host the TVET at 100 celebrations. In this regard, today's celebrations is a culmination of a very important journey that started in earnest 1 year ago during a Governing Council meeting. Like the story of the mustard seed, what started as an institutional idea to mark a century of Kabete National Polytechnic life ended up ballooning into this prestigious national celebrations, TVET at 100. To this end, we, the Kabete National Polytechnic fraternity, are greatly honored to host these very important celebrations. These celebrations have come with the added cost of leading by example, being the first-born TVET institution in this fast-changing TVET space. We would like to celebrate you for giving TVET the prominence it needs and prioritizing industry-based skills development and the formal recognition of skills already gained. We can't say how much it pleases us to see how much passion you have for this space. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your presence is a clear manifestation of the government's bountiful support and commitment to promoting TVET as a key enabler to the realization of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, BETA. Please allow me also to pass special appreciation to the MasterCard Foundation, Young Africa Works, for donating training equipment, which you will be commissioning today. As I conclude, may I take this opportunity to thank all the ministries, agencies and governments, county governments, the productive sector and other social partners present for continually partnering with Kabete National Poly in driving the TVET agenda. It is my trust that your presence is an indication of all your organizations' willingness and commitment to collaborate with Kabete National Poly in driving the TVET agenda. We welcome you all. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. With your permission, Your Excellency, allow me to invite our second speaker, His Excellency Ambassador to the Federal Republic of Germany, His Excellency Sebastian Groth, to make his remarks. Welcome.
His Excellency Dr. William Samuel Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya. His Excellency Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, Prime Cabinet Secretary. Dear Dr. Esther Muoria, Principal Secretary in the State Department for TVET, and also dear PS Roslin, PS for Diaspora in the Ministry for Foreign Affairs, all the TVET stakeholders around, partners, champions, and of course all the students, good morning. I'm really honored to join you this morning to celebrate the remarkable milestone of 100 years of Kenya's technical and vocational education and training sector. And as you say here in Kenya, hongera sana. So I think it's a good event and a good opportunity to celebrate what you have achieved. As Germans, we are very strong believers in TVET. It is a very practical-oriented education that creates skilled people that have excellent job opportunities. As the President just said when we toured the stands in his discussion with the students, TVET institutions create people that create stuff. And that's very important. So, for Germany, this is a very old model. It's somehow enrooted also in our history, in our industrialization, in our tradition of artisanship and craftsmanship. But of course, it was also modernized and adapted over the years. And it leads to the result that Germany is amongst the countries with the lowest level of youth unemployment in the European Union. Ladies and gentlemen, here in Kenya, our commitment is evident through various programs that encourage industry collaborations with training institutions, facilitate industry placements and mentorships. And it is especially this partnership between industry and the private sector and public training institutions that is so special. It's the combination between theoretical and practical skills that makes TVET so particular. As Germany, we support TVET sector in Kenya both through our technical cooperation as well as financial cooperation. And I'm very happy to have my colleagues from GIZ and KfW also at this event here. But we are also collaborating a lot with our European partners, with France in the field of digitalization of TVET, and with Finland, the European Union. And I'm also happy to welcome my Canadian colleague from the Canadian High Commission, because Canada is also a very important stakeholder in TVET in Kenya. So what are we doing concretely? We supported the State Department for TVET in implementing the dual training, strengthening the collaboration between TVET institutions, like here, and the private sector. And as I said, this is the key element, I think, of TVET. So we equipped more than 62,000 youth with skills in various technical and vocational training courses, 44% being female. And that's also very important for us as a German partner to Kenya in this effort. And we created over 49,000 jobs. Not we created, but we help to employ people in 49,000 jobs, young people, 29% being female. So we also financed training infrastructure and provided TVET institutions with state-of-the-art training equipment, and I visited some of these institutions like in Eldoret and in Kiambu, and I can assure you this is exactly the level that we have in Germany. So it's state-of-the-art equipment and it's state-of-the-art education. And we provided more than 3,500 scholarships for TVET education through the Wings of Fly program that is implemented by KfW together with the Equity Group Foundation. And I think this is one of the most beautiful programs that we have in this country, because it is investing also into people's skills, into young people from disadvantaged areas also. And I attended one of these ceremonies, and it was really one of the best things that I've seen so far here with regard also to our partnership between Germany and Kenya. But we also mobilized co-financing from the French Development Agency, AFD, and the European Union to jointly support about 100 TVET institutions in their digitalization efforts, which is also important, because one thing that we also do is mentoring Kenyan TVET institutions and bringing them together with German institutions, so they get weekly or monthly feedback and training skills from their German friends and partners. So, as I said, gender equality is a very important issue also for us. So we are encouraging inclusive participation in vocational skills training. Women and girls should and will have access to equal opportunities to be able to drive sustainable economic growth in Kenya. So while we celebrate the success of the dual training program here in Kenya, it also became clear that we need a guiding framework. So that's also why we partner with the State Department for TVET and other TVET sector partners, and develop the national policy for the implementation of dual training in Kenya. And the policy offers a structured approach for industry collaboration with TVET institutions. And as I said, this is really the key element, bringing the private sector, the industry on board, and helping the young people not only to learn the theoretical skills, but also to look into the real world of real work, and to use the theoretical skills in their practical jobs. The TVET policy, the dual TVET policy, is now in its final stage at the Ministry of Education and will soon be submitted to the Cabinet for review and approval. And we are optimistic that the approval process will be expedited to encourage more industries and to invest in training and development of the youth in Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, today at this 100th university, we take a moment to reflect and celebrate the substantial impact of Kenya's TVET sector and what it has achieved. And I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the government and also to the president personally, because he told me once, as a minister for education, you pushed for it, and you said it was a hard work, because at this time, 10, 20 years ago, it was not en vogue, as we say, but now we see what you have achieved, and I congratulate you personally for this. So as we look to the future, labor migration is emerging as an important aspect in the German-Kenyan relations, and my colleagues from KfW and GIZ already told me that at the booth, the stand of these institutions, the main questions from students are going into this direction. How can we go to Germany? How can we get a job in Germany? And I have good news in this regard, because we are in a few days from now, or few weeks from now, mid-September, will sign a labor migration and mobility agreement between Kenya and Germany that will facilitate skilled labor migration to Germany. I'm very proud to say that this agreement is the first agreement that Germany negotiated with a partner, and it will be the first agreement that will be signed with a partner. So, ongera sana Kenya na Ujerumani. So, we believe that a strong TVET sector is the key to driving economic growth and creating opportunities for all. As your partner in skills training, we reaffirm our commitment and support to enhance the quality of education, to promote innovation, and to ensure that the skills imparted are aligned with the needs of the labor market. It is first of all an investment in the youth, in the next generation, and of the economic opportunities of this country. And I think in the last weeks and months we have seen the power of the youth in this country. So I once again would like to congratulate you for this important anniversary, and I say all the best for the next 100 years. Asanteni sana.
With your courteous permission, Your Excellency, it is now my distinguished honor and privilege to welcome the Prime Cabinet Secretary, who also serves as Acting Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, His Excellency Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, to make his speech, and thereafter invite His Excellency.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, His Excellency, the PCS, Dr. Mudavadi, and all protocols as read, have been asked to say something. Your Excellency, the something I would like to say, and like you know, is pertinent to my heart, is to ask my lieutenants to be upstanding. Your Excellency, everything that you're hearing about TVET, everything that you're seeing about TVET, Your Excellency, is not about me. It's about these principles, Your Excellency, that when you planted me here, Your Excellency, in a place that you know so well, so every question that you ask me, you already know the answer. Your Excellency, these are the people who have driven the space, and I can assure you, through these people, we are taking TVET in the right direction. Your Excellency, I just want to be so grateful. Please be seated. Your Excellency, I just want to be so grateful to you. You have decided to hold TVET, and we have decided to be behind you. And Your Excellency, give us a few years, and you will see the difference this space is going to make, not only within our institutions, but for Kenya and internationally, because we have decided as a team to work in this space in the way that you direct us. Your Excellency, when you give me directions, I come and give these people, and I tell them it's not about me, it's about what you have told me to tell them. So, Your Excellency, when you stand here, please let them know what you want done in TVET so that they hear it for themselves. But I can assure you, once they hear it, they do it, and we are going to help you to turn around this country. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, now the real Mudavadi has turned up. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellencies, the High Commissioners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and our very good trainers and scholars in this TVET space. Hamjambo. Nawajua mnaona baridi, sivyo? Kwa hivyo nitapunguza maneno ili tumsikize rais haraka na tuanze kupata joto. But Your Excellency, I was here on Monday, so I had an opportunity to speak at length after you directed me to find my way here from the coast. I got involved in a conversation, and one of the young people who was interviewing us with the PS Moria raised a question that why are you training us, or you seem to be leaning in training the TVET people so that they can go outside. You don't seem to be giving attention to the TVET graduates who will work here. I attempted to answer that, and I said this, that the TVET program is training an all-rounder, training those who can capitalize on opportunities externally, and also training those who can capitalize on opportunities here, and over and above that, those who can also be entrepreneurs and generate jobs here. So, in all this, I was emphasizing that this program is so critical, but we also have a very huge population, a young population, and we need to really race against time so that they can get opportunities. But the bulk of the opportunities must be found here, the partnership with our private sector in Kenya. This is where the bulk of our people will go. So as we benefit from external exposure, we must always remember that the bulk of the work remains in Kenya. And I believe if we work together, we shall be able to address the growing challenges of a young population, not just in Kenya, but continentally. We are literally a population that is 70% young. Those of us who are standing here like me are in the minority. but the bulk of the people are young people, and that's why the TVET program is absolutely essential and critical for our country. Ladies and gentlemen, sasa naomba musimame, munyoshe mikono, musugue kidogo ili mpate joto, alafu tumwalike Mheshimiwa Rais aje kwa jukwaa tuhutubie. Asanteni sana, piga makofi kidogo. Asante sana.
Thank you very much. PCS. Asante sana. Asante sana Bwana PCS. Tafadhali tunaweza keti. Thank you very much. Let's take our seats. Your Excellencies, Ambassadors present, High Commissioner, development partners, friends, and the TVET community, Hamjambo. Good morning. I heard the chair of this great institution, and she said she warmly welcomes us, only that it is very cold. But the welcome was very warm. I am very delighted to join you at the climax of these celebrations to mark a century of technical and vocational education and training in Kenya. As you may recall, I launched the celebration on 26 March this year, after which the TVET at 100 torch has traveled throughout Kenya, traversing every county in every part of our republic. As it returns to the host institution, the Flame's journey through our country has shown us there is much to celebrate in the history of TVET in Kenya. From the initial government African school in Machakos, which existed informally, the first formal TVET institute was established here in Kabete in 1924. And we couldn't have celebrated 100 years of TVET in a better place than in this Kabete Institute. Before independence, seven others were established in Mawego, Nairobi, Sigalagala, Kaiboi, Thika, Machakos, and Meru. Today, our TVET system includes 320 public TVET colleges, 24 of which are national polytechnics, while 4 cater for special needs. Additionally, there are 1,100 vocational training centers in our counties, and we are developing 16 new TVCs to fulfill our policy of having one each in every constituency. As was said by Madam PS earlier, it is my commitment that every constituency in Kenya must have a TVET so that we equalize the fortunes of every county and every constituency and give a chance to as many of our young people as we can. Initially, TVET institutions were mandated to equip young people with practical and technical skills, which enabled them become part of such historic projects as the Kenya-Uganda Railway. The relentless expansion of TVET in Kenya is proof of our economy's insatiable appetite for industry-driven relevant skills and the increasing demand for specialized training which aligns the education of young Kenyans with existing and emerging opportunities. As demonstrated by the Flames itinerary, no part of Kenya has been left behind in this demand for technical and vocational training. In fact, today, we celebrate the enduring promise of TVET and the robustness of its capacity to connect young people with opportunities throughout our economy. We also celebrate its inclusivity, a world of possibility for all, and a hope that leaves nobody behind. The numbers affirm our confidence that indeed TVET is the master key to the door of opportunities for young Kenyans. I know TVET has positioned itself that if education is the key, then TVET is the master key. And I think that cannot be more apt. 6 years ago, 10 years ago, in fact in 2013, we had only 89,000 students in our TVET institutions. Today, we have close to 700,000 students in our TVET institutions. It has grown almost tenfold. And it speaks to the possibilities that TVET is offering to many young people across Kenya. I remember when I was Minister for Higher Education and I was pushing for TVET, there was a lot of pushback then that formal education was much more superior to TVET education. Today, I think we have equalized the fortunes of all Kenyans. The choices are now as open as they can get. You have students joining either TVET or university equally, and they can sample opportunities also equally. And therefore, I am very proud of the journey that TVET has made, especially in the last 10 years. Our bottom-up economic transformation agenda also ignited tremendous momentum in job creation, opening up thousands of lucrative opportunities in the technical and vocational fields in our priority strategic pillars of affordable housing, universal health coverage, digital economy, and agro-industrial production, and throughout every other sector, locally and abroad. At the same time, reforms in our education sector, both in the competence-based curriculum and training and in the transformation of higher education funding model, have promoted relevance, skills, and competitiveness, and also inclusivity. We are also intentional about developing and providing high-quality human resource to support TVET. Humanity is now irrevocably plunged into the future of immense threats and crises that can only be surmounted by sustainable innovation and effective technology deployment against every risk and every challenge. The government is determined to ensure that Kenya is not left behind and that our young people remain at the forefront of global industrial and technical progress. Our education system has never been more essential, and TVET in particular is now a focal sector which must receive our full attention because we cannot afford to get it wrong. We must remember that our freedom struggle remains incomplete, and the attainment of inclusive growth and broad-based prosperity is our best way of winning freedom from hunger, disease, and want. Therefore, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the Africa Union's Agenda 2063, and our Vision 2030 depend on our capacity to catalyze national transformation in a manner set out in the bottom-up transformation agenda. In other words, the freedom struggle of our time calls for a skills revolution driven by science, technology, and innovation. Consequently, we must supply our labor market with skilled and innovative human capital in order to unlock the vast opportunities in key sectors such as agriculture, the blue economy, renewable energy, manufacturing, infrastructure development, mining, housing, and climate action. For these reasons, we continue to drive the transformation of TVET system by implementing important reforms and developments, including, I already issued instructions that the Development, Education, and Training Curriculum Assessment and Certification Council, CDAC, be reinstated and takes over the role of examining our students, providing exams for our students, because it is the qualified body for it to make sure that our trainers are assessed on skills acquired and competencies achieved rather than on stories told. I think that that's really the basic tenet of why we pushed for TVET. I also must say that I am very proud of what we have decided on recognition of prior learning. It is an important tool of getting more people to be certified, especially when they have skills, especially when they have acquired those skills over time. And there's need for a framework, and I'm very happy that many institutions around Kenya, many TVET institutions, are now implementing that program on recognition of prior learning as a government policy that then gives opportunity to many people to be certified and for them to be able to have the requisite papers to be able to further their careers. I'm very happy that we have upgraded 13 technical training institutes and colleges to national polytechnics to give them also opportunity to be able to offer education at a higher level and to support the others for us to move forward. I'm also happy on the elevation of Morendat Institute of Oil and Gas into a national polytechnic. Again, it gives us the opportunity to unlock the potential in the oil and gas space, and especially as we focus on how to deliver those products coming from that sector into the economy. I am also very happy that the ministry is running with the implementation of the National TVET Blueprint 2020 to 2030. And that whole space where we are developing and implementing a dual training policy, which involves industry players in the training process. In fact, this morning, I listened to Kevin, one of the students who was taking us through a presentation. And Kevin told me that we need to balance between the training that we have in college and the opportunity we have to work in industry. And I think he was speaking to the policy of dual training. And therefore, if you wanted any validation that dual training is the way to go, I think even the students in these colleges are speaking the same language with us, that we need to do more to make sure that we connect what happens in class, what happens in our laboratories, what happens in our workshops, and what happens in industry. And that is the way to the future. And I want to encourage principals, and I want to encourage the ministry to work with industry. And I'm very happy with the partnership that has already been fashioned between the ministry and industry and our training colleges to provide opportunities for young people from these institutions to be able to be trained and to acquire the skills necessary for them to be job ready when they get out of college. Let me also confirm that on the funding model, we are working to make sure that especially children from vulnerable families are not left behind. It is very important that we leave nobody behind in this training and in this program and in providing education. We have doubled the budget for training in TVET and in our universities, deliberately, because we want to give every child in Kenya an opportunity to learn. I know that there has been a bit of confusion, and I have asked the ministry to clarify that some of the letters sent to parents may indicate 200,000, 300,000, but that is not what a parent is expected to pay. That is the cost of the course. The government is going to make scholarship, it's going to make loan available, depending on the financial ability of parents or guardians or sponsors of students, so that we make it possible for government to support as many students as possible, and also make it possible for government to support students from vulnerable families to the highest level possible. I also want to ask members of parliament to work with us on this program so that we can get the correct message out there that our intention is to make sure that our institutions have the requisite resources to run courses. I think in the past, TVET institutions, managers of our TVET institutions, managers of our universities were struggling because while government committed so much money, they delivered half or sometimes less than half, and therefore it became difficult for the training to go on. I'm also very happy that we have doubled the number of instructors in our TVET institutions. We had 1,300. We have hired another 2,000 TVET tutors to bring the total trained faculty to 3,300. I still want a conversation with the TVET stakeholders as to whether we have the optimal numbers or we still need to do something about the terms of service and all other requirements for us to be able to make sure that we are training our young people well. Let me also announce here that we have since concluded another program of about 13 billion shillings to equip another 70 TVET institutions with state-of-the-art facilities, again, to provide training for world-class exposure in the course of their learning. I want my PS Moria to clearly understand that these TVET institutions will be facilitated, and I want a clearer program on the delivery of this state-of-the-art equipment. I want to thank Germany for what they have done in other TVET institutions. I want to thank Canada for what they have done in some of our TVET institutions. And I want the ministry to work with TVET managers so that we can carefully identify institutions that will benefit from the supply of our new equipment into different parts of Kenya. Let me also say that we have established 213 Jitume centers in various parts of the country, complete with 370 trained tutors to support young people in preparing for and accessing digital jobs. So far, 516,000 young people have been trained and 152,000 digital jobs successfully accessed. I was very happy this morning to speak to Anne and to speak to Samson, some of the students who are, some of the graduates of our training program, that today they are monetizing their skills. They are working online. And I was asking Samson because many people do not believe that there are digital opportunities, digital jobs in that space. And I got a confirmation from Samson and many others that indeed they are monetizing their talent, they are working online, and we are framing that space. I have already worked with our members of parliament. We have changed the law, and we are going to have a digital hub that can support between 200 and 300 students in every ward in the Republic of Kenya. The chairman of the ICT committee, my good friend, the MP for this area, KJ, is right here. And I am working with him and the CDF committee to make sure that every ward in Kenya will have a working, equipped ICT hub. The CDF will construct the building. The government of Kenya will deliver internet. We are going to deliver computers. We are going to provide trainers. And young people from across Kenya will get an opportunity to monetize their talent in those spaces. I am aware that it is difficult to tell the story of 100 years of TVET in Kenya in such a brief period. What I wish to underscore is our total commitment to quality, equity, and inclusivity in preparing our young people to access local and global opportunities. Another principle that has enabled us achieve such and much in transforming our TVET system is partnership. We have benefited greatly from the goodwill of generous friends, including TVET Technical Working Group, the United Nations Habitat, the International Labour Organization, World Bank, GIZ, Colleges Institute Canada, China, and Finland. We are grateful for their support and for this historic transformation that we have achieved together. I urge young people, especially graduates, from our tertiary institutions to pay close attention to the unfolding opportunities that have been unlocked through our overseas employment opportunities strategy and bilateral labor agreements with various governments. I think you've just heard a testimony from the ambassador of Germany that in September this year, we will be signing the first ever bilateral labor and migration agreement between Germany and any other country. And that will unlock huge opportunities for our young people to get jobs in different parts of Germany and also give ourselves an opportunity to work with other countries. The State Department of Diaspora Affairs is spearheading the Kazi Maju program, and the National Employment Agency maintains an up-to-date database on available opportunities. I encourage you to look up your opportunity and get ready to work your way to success, either in Kenya or outside Kenya. Let me also say the following, because we need to categorically state what we are doing to be able to provide more opportunities, especially for those who have acquired skills, who have competencies from our colleges, from our universities. The housing program is a very deliberate program for us to unlock thousands, hundreds of thousands of jobs for those who are graduating from our schools and colleges and universities. Already, we have 160,000 people working in our housing program. Last 2 weeks, in the newspapers, we announced another 4,000 opportunities for students from our TVETs or graduates from our TVETs and universities to provide professional expertise in our housing programs and market programs around Kenya. We are expecting architects, we are expecting quantity surveyors, we are expecting those who have learned on many other supervisory skills to participate in that program as we grow jobs in that space. Let me also say, when I went through the program here, another young man called Anthony was talking to me about industrial automation. And again, manufacturing, industrialization is a space we must be very keen about. And I have made deliberate policy interventions to expand opportunities in our manufacturing and industrial space. Last year, for example, we said that we are going to reduce on the imports of clinker, of cement, of steel, of furniture. What happened when we did that and we imposed duty on imported clinker, cement, furniture that we can manufacture locally? On steel alone, 11 companies that had closed down started operations, employing 16,000 Kenyans. And we stopped the imports of steel billets and saved 100 billion Kenya shillings on foreign exchange. Apart from creating jobs, we saved on foreign exchange, and we created wealth and job opportunities locally by making sure that we deliberately promote local manufacture. In the same space, we stopped the importation of clinker so that we can manufacture clinker locally. We not only saved 20 billion of foreign exchange, we actually exported clinker from Kenya and made 10 billion shillings to the region. Apart from creating jobs locally and reducing the import of clinker by 95%. I went to open the factory in West Pokot, which now employs close to 2,500 people directly and another 2,500 people indirectly, and giving ourselves the opportunity to use local raw materials to manufacture our own cement, our own clinker, create jobs locally, create wealth locally, and stop hemorrhage from our foreign exchange. We must be deliberate. We must be intentional, whether it is with housing, whether it is with our manufacturing, whether it is with our digital jobs, and whether it is in our export of labor. We must be intentional on creating opportunities for young people in Kenya to work, either at home or abroad, so that we can enhance their incomes and give them opportunities to be the best of who they are. I also take this opportunity to thank trainees at our TVET colleges for their sterling contribution to the National Tree Planting Drive. So far, you have planted 3.8 million trees, exceeding the initial target of 500,000. I don't know who gave you this small target of 500,000. I think the target was very low, but you've done well. I am honored to call the young people of Kenya heroic partners in our effort to combat deforestation and climate change. 100 years of TVET in Kenya have been marked by relentless transformation, strong partnerships, robust endowment, and incremental opportunities. Today, we gather here where it all began, to envision the future over the next 100 years. I say in confidence that standing on the platform of this excellent legacy, TVET will power Kenya to the age of global competitiveness in industrialization, technology, and innovation. Let us therefore remain focused on our transformation agenda and the important cause of endowing Kenya with a skills capital through equity, quality, and inclusivity. I am very confident that together, working together, we should be able to get our act in the right place and take Kenya to the next level. Thank you very much. My congratulations to all of you. God bless you, and God bless our great country, Kenya. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And together with celebrating 100, there is the launch of the Centenary Block Model and Strategic Plan 2023, which we'll do from there. But allow me to invite the Prime Cabinet Secretary, the PSS President, the German Ambassador to flank His Excellency as we now launch the Centenary Block and Strategic Plan 2023-2027 at the count of 5. So if we can, I think let's join His Excellency on stage. Just the PS is present, and the German ambassador and the Prime Cabinet Secretary. The rest we can all witness from where we are, so that we're not too many. And I'll count down by 5 so that we have the launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what we have there now is the launch of the Centenary block model and the strategic plan 2023-2027. Thank you. And with that, we have now come to the end of this particular ceremony. So after His Excellency has done a brief inspection of the model,